Welcome to your first week. So hopefully you just watched the intro video and you have now arrived to week number 1 where we're going to make a website. If you've never made a website, don't freak out. It's going to be okay. I would say this is likely going to be the hardest week for most students in this course. It typically is. And I recommend that you budget about 15 hours for this week's assignment. I know that seems like a lot. This is the hardest week in the entire course, and it's really important that you get off to a good footing and actually end up with a website by the end of the week. If at any point during this week you're like, oh my gosh, this is insanely hard, this content is too challenging, thoughts like that, please reach out to me. I am here to help you. I want to help you. Our TAs want to help you. And if it's a content thing, I'm here to help. Okay? So definitely reach out. All right, we're going to get started. The first thing I want you to do is open up a web browser and go to github.com. GitHub is a widely accessed tool for all sorts of people, all sorts of industries, and it's kind of one of those things where if you know Git, you definitely want to put that on your resume. It is super helpful, and it has what we call version control, which allows you to go back and see all of the changes you've made to something. I know that may sound really confusing, so kind of think it's like Google Drive, but way better, okay? And for our purposes, we're going to be using a offshoot of this called Github Pages, which is something that allows you to have a website hosted for free. You probably know people who have like a Squarespace or a Wix account, and that's a monthly fee. This is free, and that's part of the reason why we're going to use it, but it's also a really fantastic learning opportunity for all of us. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is sign up. This is cool. Okay, so you're going to enter an email that you want associated with this account. So for the username, it's really preferable if you just do your first and last name. Okay, so if your first and last name is not available, you could add, yes, Madison K. Dunaway is available. Okay, so if you have a popular name like me, then you're going to need to be creative with this, but please make sure it actually has your name in it. All right, this is our username. Press continue. I would not like to receive anything. Continue. It's going to ask you to start a puzzle. All right, create account. And then it's going to ask for you to actually verify that account. And I'm going to skip the personalization. This is so cool. This was not here last time. All right, so at this point, you have just created your GitHub account. So from this point on, it's going to get very complicated very quickly. So like, this is not the lecture you should be like half screening Netflix on. Like, you need to be fully honed in for this and awake, okay? Because the moment you like kind of go off and do something else, it's not going to be very easy from there, okay? So you like really should follow these steps as closely as possible. Okay. So what I want you to do next is pull up pages.github.com. And if you can, maybe put GitHub Pages on one side of your screen and keep your GitHub account up on the right. Okay. So GitHub Pages is how we're going to make your website, and it's a function of GitHub. So we're going to scroll down a little bit and we're going to follow some of these directions, okay? So it's like create a repository. So we're going to do that. We're going to come over here to our account, click on create repository. Cool. It wants us to create a name. So it's super crucial that your repository name is your username exactly, followed by .github.com. Okay, so my username is Madison K. Dunaway.github.io. Sorry, not .com, .io. Okay, and then the description, I'm just going to put like intro to DigiFab site. It's going to be public, and you don't need to select any of this stuff down here. Click on Create Repository. Fantastic. Okay. Now it's over here. It's like asking you a question. What Git client are you using? We're going to use the terminal. All right. So now you're going to go to your terminal. So I'm going to do a spotlight search on my Mac. So press Command minus, and I'm just typing in terminal. There it is. Fantastic. The terminal can look really scary if you've never seen it before. It's like a black or a white box of sorts and should look pretty similar to this. Okay, so here we are, and we're going to use a terminal command called ls, which I think means list. So you're going to type in ls, and it's like listing our file organization. Okay, so I can kind of see that if I go over here and go to home, and now it's like, okay, this is what my file structure looks like, and I can go into different folders. So I can type in CD, which means change directory, and I could type in documents. Now before you do that, you need to decide where you want this folder to live, because this is like your local version of your site for this entire semester long class. So I would say documents is a good place, because if you put it on your desktop, there's a really good chance you'll accidentally delete it, which could be terrible. So I would say put it into your documents, if that sounds good to you. So I'm going to do that. So CD documents. So I just changed directories, and now I'm in my documents. And now I can press ls again. Okay, and look at that. It says Adobe. So if I go over here and I go down on documents, there's Adobe. So it's like my terminal is mirroring what's happening in my actual file structure on my local computer. Okay, so I am in documents, and now we are going to clone the repository. Okay, so you're going to type in git clone space, and then if you go to your account, you should have a link here. You can copy this from your clipboard by clicking on this icon, go back to terminal, Command V, or paste it, and press enter. All right, warning, you appear to have cloned an empty repository. Fantastic, that's what we're supposed to do. Okay, now we are going to do the next step, which is the hello world step. You do CD, and then type in your username .github.io. Okay, just make sure you're there. Now you're going to type in echo hello world index.html. Make sure you've got all of the punctuation and characters in there correctly. Press enter. Okay. Now, do not do the next step. The next step is a lie for our purposes. It might not be a lie, but we are not going to do that, okay? We are going to go back to our GitHub account. In the upper right-hand corner, there's like a little avatar. That's you. Click on that. You're going to go to Settings. From there, you're going to scroll down here. You're going to go to Developer Settings. From Developer Settings, you're going to go to Personal Access Tokens. Then, you are going to click on Generate a Personal Access Token. And your note could be whatever you want it to be, but I'm going to put like work station key. All right, and I'm going to set my expiration to no expiration. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, this is really scary for you to do. And I'm going to live with the fear. All right, now you're going to select the scope. So you're going to do just this box right here. That's all you need to do. scroll down and click on generate token. Okay. Now you can see my token, and that's kind of okay because I'm going to delete all this after the end of this, but typically you're not going to want to like share this with people or, you know, make a intro video about how to make a website and like have this out there for everyone to see. Okay, so you want to copy this, and you need to copy this and put it in a safe place for the time being. Okay, so for me, I'm just going to put it in my notes. Copy, paste, okay? Make sure that stays there. Don't delete this. All right, so now we're back over here and we're gonna do the last step, push it. Okay, so type in git add all git commit initial commit. Okay, and now do not type in this whole like git push u origin mainline. Just type in git push. That's all. Okay, this is really exciting, guys. Okay, so our username, remember, is like the title of our website. So for me, that's Madison K. Dunaway. Okay, after you enter your username, press enter. Now it wants your password, okay? Your password is that really long personal access token we just created. Go grab that. Command C, pop that in here. Command V. It may not look like anything just happened. Okay, that's okay. Press enter. As long as you copied and pasted it in there, it should be fine. Press enter. Wow. Okay. This looks like it worked. Let's see if it works. We can go all the way down to the end of this, and it's like, fire this up in your browser. Okay, so hypothetically, we should be able to go like Madison K. Dunaway .github.io, and we should see hello world. It's so exciting! All right, congratulations everyone. Congratulations to me for getting you through this. And if this did not work for you, it's totally okay. Take a deep breath. Just relax. Email me, come in during our open hours, whatever you need to do. I'll walk you through it. We're gonna make it happen. But if you did get to this, congratulations. And we'll go on to the next step. If you haven't gotten this done yet, you need to get this done before you go to the next step, okay? See you in the next video.